So the 7 Days to Die 3.0 update release notes just dropped, and there's a couple of new features in here that we didn't hear about in the live stream or in the lead up to the update's release. So I'm going to go over this and show you everything in 3.0 so you can know what to look out for when you get your hands on it. They're describing it as, the apocalypse just got hotter amid the chaos of the dead hot summer. We're happy to deliver this ambitious systemic update built around the core philosophy of player agency. Version 3.0 gives players more freedom than ever to shape the apocalypse their way. The arms race begins with magnitude. Powerful new magnitude variants are changing the face of survival in version 3.0, bringing boosted stats to looted weapons, tools, workstation mods, and more. An orange star will highlight the special stats along with a percentage in teal. You might find a pickaxe with boosted block damage, a shotgun with boosted range, a machete with increased damage, or a cooking pot with faster cooking time. I hope with the shotguns with boosted range they remembered that the range stat on a lot of weapons is actually governed by the ammunition, and therefore a range stat on a shotgun wouldn't do anything. All tools and weapons will have a chance to roll boosted stats when found in loot, so there's no like spam crafting if you're worried about that. Tools and weapons still have a chance for random stats and may show a teal percentage, but they are not considered boosted unless the stat is marked orange. This could allow combined items to cross over into a boosted range. A wide variety of mods for armor, tools, vehicles, weapons, and workstations will now have progressive quality levels. A quality 1 Gravedigger mod adds 5% dirt damage, while a quality 6 adds 30%. I want to say it does 15% by default now. I'd have to double check that. I've not played in like a month. Not every mod benefits from higher qualities. Mods with simple on-off effects, such as the helmet light, are still limited to a single version. That makes sense. Survivors can now use the Combine station to merge attributes of similar items to incrementally increase their power until they reach their full potential. It also provides an alternative method for repairs. Traders will now carry magnitude-enhanced equipment such as weapons with special boosted stats, creating a new high-end economy for serious survivors. The highest percentage stats will be moved to the combined item regardless of quality. When a boosted stat from a quality 1 item shows 20% combined with a quality 6 item, it will have more impact on the quality 6 item's base stats. So that sounds a little bit confusing when written down, but the way I think they mean this, and they didn't explain it very well in the live stream, I'll get my hands on the update soon and I'll be able to tell you, but I think what they mean is if you have a quality 1 stone axe, for example, and it says that it has a 20% boost to block damage, if you combine that with the quality 6, you will get the base block damage of the quality 6 boosted by the 20% boost of the level 1, meaning you would get a 20% increase to the level 6's item from the boosted stat of the level 1 item. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that's the way it works, but it's kind of confusing the way they've been wording it. Anyway, with the various degradation and repair options available, players can now choose how punishing the apocalypse can be on items. Repair methods include no repair, repair kits only, combine repair, or use both the kits and combine. Permanent repair degradation can be set to 5, 10, 15, 20, or 25%, but this will give you 25% of the item's max durability per repair. The first repair is always free. They explained this in the live stream as when you find an item that's broken in the game already, like it's at 35% durability when you find it, it's not fair to then lose durability when you repair it for the first time. So you get one free repair, and every time you repair after that, you will lose whatever your degradation amount is in permanent durability. So if you've got like 1,000 hits with a steel pick or whatever, and you repair it, you will lose 250 durability on the next life of the pickaxe, and you'll have to use the combining station to undo that, basically. Death degradation allows players to choose how much durability items will lose on death, or even permanent max durability loss. And this is one of the things they just kind of snuck in, didn't mention anywhere, just at the bottom of a random thing. A new M60 turret has been added to help with those late game hordes, uses all 7.62 ammo types. Of all the things they've shown off for this update, probably the coolest feature they've added is buried in the middle of a patch note unrelated to it. There's 60 new POIs. The notable ones are a soccer stadium, a industrial POI, which is a service center, a paper mill, a coffee production building, chemical building, a water treatment plant, 2 army camps, a farm, 2 farms at tier 4, and there's a new main menu UI. It's only for the main menu, so it doesn't really affect your in-game stuff. The full in-game interface overhaul is still to come in a future release though, so that's good to know, I suppose. You can customize your crosshair, which is obviously a feature we've been asking for so long, but survivors now have complete control over their combat visibility with the new customizable crosshair. Adjust the scale, opacity, and color to match your personal playstyle, while expanded display settings let you decide exactly when and how your reticle appears. All new customization options can be found in the dedicated crosshair tab within the general options menu. Then there's the sandbox options with the full 150 options, each setting including at least 2 unique variables, resulting in billions of possible permutations of preset game modes in the 7 Days universe. Come on now, don't call it that. You know you cancelled the other game in this universe. You can't call it that. Alright, so I'm not going to say all of them, because obviously I'd be sitting here saying 150 distinct lines of dialogue like I'm recording lines for an Elder Scrolls game, but I will put them on screen so you can pause and read them as you go, and I'll point out any ones that are new to me. So here are the player settings, which all look to be things I'm familiar with. We saw that in the live stream. Then we have the entity settings, which is again stuff we've seen in the live stream, so nothing new for me there. Entities are like animals and zombies and stuff, by the way. Here are the world settings. Is there anything new in here I haven't seen before? No, we saw this one. Resource settings. We didn't see the bottom half of this in the live stream, or at least in the clips that I was able to fish out of the live stream. There's a mining yield one, which isn't new, but crop yield, that's pretty cool. Seed drop resource yield. Maybe that's for like scrapping, or not scrapping because there is a scrapping one, like salvaging, I mean, like cars. Crop growth and crop yield is actually one I asked for in like my 100 settings this game needs video, and the reason I wanted that was to have it so that you could have like 10 times as many crops, but it also takes like 10 times as long for them to grow, so it's more of like an important strategic choice to make to have food later on in the game when you turn off like vending machines and stuff. That was why I wanted that, so I'll be interested to see like if you can do that. We have the crafting settings here. There's nothing I haven't seen before. Yep, that's all normal. Traders, again, we saw all of those on the live stream. Pretty good stuff though. You can mute wrecked and all that kind of thing. Task settings, we saw all that, and that's just for quests and challenges and all that stuff. You can turn off the tutorial skill points if you want, which I think that's going to be the way I play from now on, is just making it a little bit harder at the start of the game, turning off like the noob jacket and the skill points, because they're just like a crutch I don't particularly want or need, so being able to turn them off, just make it a little bit harder, pretty good. I think one of the things I liked about one of the mods I made back in the day for Learn by Doing Returns was that you didn't get any significant skill boosts right at the start of the game, which made those first few days much more difficult and tense. I think you skip over quite a bit of the most tense sections of 7 Days to Die because you start off being able to be like a master of clubs pretty much immediately, right? So I think being able to adjust that, a deceptively powerful gameplay feature, I would say. And then here we have the miscellaneous sections. We have vehicle fuel usage and all that kind of thing, and silly sounds, and you can make the screen black and white. Electrical output's probably the most important one in here, maybe like vehicle self damage as well. So yeah, that's everything that is coming in 3.0. They said they were maybe I'm hallucinating, but they said in the live stream that they added craftable clocks because of the daytime hider section, and it's not in this list, which confuses me. But regardless, maybe that is a feature, maybe that isn't, but this seems to be everything in 3.0. And I want to be clear, by the way, I think literally every feature in 3.0 is good. Like, I like this update. I will play it, and it will be more enjoyable than it previously was. Where the problem arises for me is just that it's really overselling itself as a major update, when we know that this was just going to be 2.7, but they just decided to rename it to get like a spike in sales and players, which I understand from a business perspective, but you kind of under-delivered. Like, a lot of people aren't all that interested in this because it's just customizing a game they're already kind of bored of because there's no new content in it. But I think it'll be good for the game in the long run. Like, I think in a few years when this game is hopefully done, this will be something that gives it a lot of replay value going into the future. It's just maybe not what people were looking for right now. Not as flashy as new weapons and features and bandits and all that kind of thing. Still, I look forward to playing it. It'll probably allow me to make the game 45% more enjoyable than it currently was. That's my guess on that. The streamer weekend will be starting today. I don't know what time. And on Monday, it'll be released on PC on experimental for everybody to play. When it goes stable, usually 2 weeks to a month later, it comes to console. I'm not a part of the streamer weekend, but I will be making content over the streamer weekend, and it'll be ready for Monday. So if you want to see my coverage of the 3.0 update when it fully comes out, subscribe for that. We're trying to hit 100k by the end of the year. We're halfway there so far, so it would be really appreciated if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.